gentlemen, all protocol, please duly observe for time. On behalf of the Controller General of Immigration, Mrs. Murala Adepoju, PCC FSI, I welcome you all to the handing over and grand opening of the Remodel clearance area of the E-Arrival Wing of Muritala Mohammed International Airport. We all know the Nigeria Immigration Service at this gateway is the nation's foremost agency in migration management. And we are saddled with the responsibility of making our girls feel welcome into the country. Hence, we deserve an ambience area and better improved operational tools. With profound gratitude to the Almighty God and great sense of accomplishment, I humbly stand before your distinguished presence today to welcome you all to this landmark historic occasion. In the words of J.F. Kennedy that says, ask not what your country can do for you, ask for what you can do for your country. This project is a living embodiment of that philosophy. It represents our collective efforts to contribute positively to our nation and to enhance the total experience and impression of every individual that passed through this airport. This project sprang from a deep commitment to duty and a drive for a change. On my resumption as a controller in this airport last year, August, an incident occurred in September where a passenger collapsed and died in the departure hall. To many, it's all about life happenings or underlying ailments. But it marks a defining moment for me. It was not just an unfortunate event, it was a call to action, reinforcing my determination for change and efficiency at this gateway. It spurred me to seek partnership for corporate social responsibility, for more clearance counters, to reduce the long waits that passengers go through after a long flight that they are coming into this country. I would like you to know that by the virtue of my office, I have information with the MIDAS, the data analysis system that I have, migration integrated analysis system that I have 2022, that about over 2 million passengers passed through this gateway in a year. From January to date, I've also passed, people that have passed through till September, they are over 1 million. So this is the largest and the busiest gateway in the nation. Therefore, it cannot be abandoned. With this clarity in mind and God's grace, the journey began, which always resonates in my heart. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do much. Eminkela. With the kind approval of Controller General and the parental blessings of the ministry, the drive to increase the counter for 7 to 32 began. I did not know it would be 32. On that fateful day, I met Mr. Olukayode and I poured out my passion. Please, you can raise your hand. I said, we need to do something at this gateway so that we can reduce the waiting time of passengers. The journey to this day has been one of collaboration, shared vision. Please do join me to celebrate the efforts of Nnpc. Please give them a round of applause. Shell, SMEPCO, on their commitment to corporate social responsibility, alongside with the unwavering commitment of Faan, MD, which is a testament of what can be achieved when we come together for a common goal. One vision. One goal. We believe that if we are together, we will achieve one goal. That is from Mr. Fela Durotoye, as he was training us. So today, as we inaugurate this newly remodeled wing at the Muritala Mohammed Airport, we are doing more than just unveiling a modern structure. We are showcasing our commitment to taking proactive steps for the betterment of this nation. Each improvement here reflects our dedication, not just to advance our infrastructures, but to elevate the entire experience of every traveler that pass through here. I would like to enumerate the features that Nigerians will be encountering in this gateway. This wing will eliminate long queues for arrival because each flight carried about 250 or 300. I mean the big flights. With 32 counters, with our sister agency, we'll be able to clear in record time a seamless clearance for Nigerians. Persons with reduced mobility, senior citizens, having dedicated clearance at the other end, they do not have to line up with other people. These are the futures in this place. With the diplomatic community and calls that are within us, now, according to global standards, we are going to have dedicated counters for you. You will not be mixing with everybody. This wing will improve efficiency, faster processing time, seamless clearance. And I want to add something to you that coming soon from the Honorable Minister is Auto Gates. I think they will come and talk about that, where Nigerians will come inside without stress. This is a plus, and it will add to overall travelers' experience. So I want to, in closing, I would like to say this in a point. As we gather under the vast sky of possibility, let us remember Nigeria's cards where dreams are born. A new dawn rises to our diaspora, scattered like stars in the night. Come, feel the warmth of our embrace. Come, partake in the growth we intend. Come home to laughter, to streets that sing Afro beats. Investors, behold, a land ripe with chances. A remodeled great way for the world to see. A renewed hope, and for being an integral part of this step forward in our nation's journey. From baby steps, we are sure to fly. Little drops make a ocean, mighty ocean. Yes, it is a small step by NIS, but it's a giant leap in progressing the nation's image. You can call us nation's PRO. It symbolizes our contribution to making Nigeria a proud and welcoming gateway to this world. It's all about Nigeria. Long live Nigeria, and God bless you all.
Material, Honorable Dr. Olubumi Tunji, the Senior Special Assistant to the President on National Value and Social Justice, Mr. Fela Dulutoye. The Group Managing Director, Nnpc, the Managing Director, Chief Executive, Federal Airport Authority, Mr. Kabir Yusuf Mohammed, the first female Managing Director of Shell, Nigeria Exploration and Production Company, Mrs. Elo Agboni, representatives of Nnpc Upstream Investment Management Services, Mrs. Bumi Lawson, the Assistant Controller General Zone A, Headquarters, Regional General Manager Faan, Mr. Sunday Ayodele, all heads of agencies, all heads of business and corporate bodies, all members of the diplomatic communities, with sincere gratitude to God. And I am proud that I'm a woman. You just saw Adeola display. You just listened to her brilliant presentation. You just listened to her poem. The thing is this: once there is a will, there is always a way. Adeola represents one of our best. She's industrious, she's hardworking, and you can see what that has culminated today. Before I go into my speech, I will once again thank you, Adeola, for harnessing the resources at your disposal, using the goodwill that you have been able to cultivate with time. Thank you so much, our partners, all the people that contributed to make today a reality. We are indeed indebted to you. And it goes without saying that the Almighty God has been good to Nigeria. Under the present dispensation, we have people of passion, people of vision, people who have mission, people who are dedicated, that are passionate, that are willing to see this country succeed. And God has blessed us with our honorable minister, a man who embodies all these attributes that I've said. Under the leadership of Dr. Tunji, you have seen the transformation that has come to Nigeria, both locally and in the diaspora, especially concerning ease of acquiring our travel documents. It is not as if in the days past that the previous heads of this organization, it's not as if they have been slumbering. But you see, when people decide to take a critical look and make the best and decide to analyze situation and provide solutions, there is always a way. Why am I saying this? There is hope for this nation. In line with the President's renewable agenda, there is hope for this country. With people, the right pegs, the round pegs in the right holes, we can achieve. There is no impossibility. I learn every day. Yesterday, we were in the street when we confirmed that the Honorable Minister will be present himself, and there were things that were still waiting to be done. Quickly, one of my able lieutenants there, the lady in charge of passport and other travel documents, she said, it is not possible to leave anything hanging. Our minister will be coming. Overnight, a lot of work was done. That tells me something. When there is a will, there is a way. With a strong will and passion and willingness to serve, there is no impossibility. For you, for this nation, the future is bright. You can rest assured in the renewable agenda of the President that we will smile in this country. I will not take too much of your time because the Honorable Minister still needs to talk. But once again, you can see the ambience of this place is the product of the thoughts of a willing mind, somebody who is willing to work. With all these kind of people, under my able leadership too, because I am willing to soil my hands, to beg and to serve you, you will see that there is hope and there is a way. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Aligns with our commitment to contribute positively to our country. The remodeling of the e-arrival way is a testament of our collaborative efforts with Nnpc Limited and our other co-venturers. Today's event underscores the need for enhancement of critical infrastructure that benefits all Nigerians. With the completion of the remodeling of arrival on E projects, we have made provision for the comfort and convenience of all passengers, with a particular focus on the elderly and those living with disabilities. This highlights our dedication to inclusiveness, aiming to guarantee a positive and accommodating experience for all travelers. The newly painted artwork, which you see right to your right and all around the Arrival E, serves as a visual testament to our commitment of promoting cultural diversity, fostering belonging, and encouraging inclusivity. It's been carefully curated and it represents the people, the health, art, and our cultural diversity, symbolizing Nigeria's rich cultural heritage. As we inaugurate the remodeled clearance counters and refurbished Arrival E and unveil the inspiring artwork, we hope it becomes a symbol of unity, a reflection of our commitment to cultural diversity, and a welcoming beacon for all who pass through Murtala Mohammed International Airport. SNEPCO, in its role as a deep water business of Shell Nigerian companies in Nigeria, has a long-standing belief in the power of collaboration. We believe that the enhancement made will contribute significantly to the overall efficiency and experience of travelers passing through this gateway. As we witness the completion of this project, let today be a reminder of the potential that lies in the collaborative efforts and the positive impact it can have on our nation's infrastructure and overall development. In conclusion, I would like to thank the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, Faan, Nigeria Immigration Services, NIS, and the entire team involved in the successful completion of arrival on E. The collaboration and support received here have been instrumental in ensuring the timely and safe delivery of this essential and national infrastructure. Thank you for your kind attention.
Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. It is with great joy to see us seated here to witness the culmination of our collaborative efforts to enhance the travel experience for countless individuals passing through this vital gateway into our great nation, Nigeria. First, I would like to express gratitude to the leadership and management of Mmia for entrusting us with the opportunity to contribute to the development and improvement of this crucial infrastructure. The arrival wing is often the first impression visitors have of a city or country, and we are proud to have played a role in recreating a welcoming and efficient space. Thank you. I would also like to acknowledge the dedicated team from the offshore lab who worked tirelessly to bring our vision to life. Their commitment to excellence and attention to details are evident in every corner of this remodeled wing. At Nnpc Limited, as well as our partners Nnpc, we believe in investing in projects that have a lasting impact on communities and contribute to overall well-being and progress. The remodeled arrival wing not only reflects our commitment to the travel industry, but also symbolizes the potential that emerges when public and private sectors join forces for the greater good. This project would not have been possible without the collaborative spirit and shared vision of Nnpc's Nnpc and everyone involved. It is a testament to what can be achieved when organizations come together for a common goal. Nnpc, along with her partners, have implemented various projects in the areas of education, building and equipping schools, classrooms, laboratories, donation of books, scholarships, quiz competitions, and the likes. Also, skills acquisition, economic empowerment, healthcare, solar power, and other infrastructural intervention projects, and will continuously champion the implementation of sustainable corporate social responsibility projects and programs that will positively impact the lives of the citizens of this great nation. Once again, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are glad to be part of this and enjoin the Airport Authority to maintain and, most importantly, ensure this project is optimally utilized in a sustainable manner. Thank you for your attention, and God bless us all.
Please, the lady here, I don't want to continue from there, but thank you very much. And I'm congratulating her for being confirmed. She's been acting for some months, but now she's been confirmed. Anything you say about her is excellent, because you know that Lagos is the biggest we have, the busiest in Africa, so and the biggest in Lagos. You were saying something about 2 million passengers. I was actually getting confused. I think it's far more than that. So you brought the best for us. So she did well, and congratulating her. His Royal Majesty, Managing Director of Airport Authority of Nigeria, but a proud Nigerian privileged to be part of this historic occasion. We are gathered here to commission a newly renovated e-arrival of our beloved Murtala Mohammed Airport, a project visually undertaken by SNEPCO and partners. Firstly, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to share to SNEPCO for their unwavering commitment and substantial contribution to this project. Your dedication to the development of our infrastructure is a testament to your investment in Nigerian future. This renovation signifies more than just an upgrade of our facilities. It is a symbol of progress, a beacon of our nation's growth, and a clear indication of commitment to seamless passage of passengers through our airport facilities. It's a step towards making Nigeria a key player in global aviation industry. Murtala Mohammed Airport is not just a gateway to Nigeria, but a hub to sub-Saharan Africa as a whole. With these innovations, we are sure that every traveler, whether Nigerian or international, will experience the warmth, efficiency, and spirit of excellence that our country embodies. As we commission this project today, let us remember that it is not just about the ambience, beauty, but about the people who will use this, who use them. It is about travelers who will pass through our gates, the staff who will work within these walls, and countless individuals who will benefit from the increased connectivity. In conclusion, I want to assure you that it is just the beginning. The Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria will continue to strive for excellence, to improve our infrastructure, and to make Nigeria a destination of choice for the world. Once again, on behalf of MD of Federal Airport of Nigeria, I thank SNEPCO and the group. I'm going out of the speech. If you are aware that this airport was built about 40 years ago, recently with the incoming of the new minister, he said this terminal will be all the machine, all the complaints we have. So with this step, shall prove that usually Faan will continue. But I don't want you to forget, Madam, this is the key terminal. We have. Thank you very much.
A speech that has been written by my principal, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, who in many fora have been described as Mr. Project, as Mr. Transformative, as somebody who has a woman face to drive Lagosians to the excellent position which we are today. It gives me a great pleasure to join eminent guests at this ceremony, making the grand openings of Remodel clearance encounter and republish e-arrival wings of Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, a dividend of collaborative effort between the public and private sector. I wish to acknowledge the outstanding generosity and unwavering commitment of Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation, Nnpc, and Shell Nigeria Explorations Production Company Limited, and other co-ventures to the principle of corporate social responsibility under which these facilities has been delivered. This remarkable project is not merely a physical transformation, it is a symbol of our dedication to foster seamless passengers' journey and upholding Nigerian reputation as a welcoming destination. Ladies and gentlemen, this gateway is positioned to give first and lasting impression to visitors, tourists, and high net worth investors. Thus, the remodeling of the arrival wing is indeed a major accomplishment that will significantly improve the status of this airport and provide beautiful and lasting experience for all visitors in our country. Furthermore, this facility is a testament to the positive impact that can be achieved when public and private entities come together to promote a good cause. It is a symbol of what can be accomplished when businesses invest not just in their own successes, but also in the prosperity of the people they serve. As we celebrate the completion of this project, let us also acknowledge the dedications and expertise of the individuals and team who have worked tirelessly to bring these visions to life. Their commitment to excellence is evident in every aspect of these facilities, from the design to the implementation. The e-arrival wings is not just about bricks and mortar. It is about creating a positive first impression for visitors to our country. It is also showcasing our commitment to efficiency, innovations, hospitality. It is all about making a statement that Nigeria is open for business and welcomes visitors with open arms. Ladies and gentlemen, also let us not only appreciate the structure, but also the spirit of partnership and shared responsibility that underlie its existence. Nnpc and SNSCO has not just built a structure, they have invested in the future of our state and the welfare of its people. Let's appreciate them, please. As we commission this facility, let us not only appreciate the structure, but also the spirit of partnership and shared responsibility that underlie the existence. I enjoy all officers of the Nigeria Immigration Service, other relevant agencies operating in this airport to complement these facilities with improved dedication to quick and seamless service delivery. I congratulate Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation Limited, Shell Nigeria Exploration and Production Company Limited, and other co-ventures on the successful completions and delivery of these facilities. Thank you for listening. God bless you all.
Makes me feel I don't deserve that applause, and rather I would ask you to put your hands together with all due respect to the gentleman who spoke very eloquently, for all the women who stood here today before me, standing for change, representing how things should be and what is possible in Nigeria. So please join your hands together. So as I was rightly introduced, my name is Emeka Obiolu. I'm the Managing Director of the Offshore Lab, and I will stand on existing protocols, if I may. It's been 6.5 very interesting weeks of actual construction. The project stretched beyond the 6.5 weeks. It's been close to a year when the project sponsors, Nnpc, SNEPCO, called upon us and entrusted us to deliver on a project which we all agree is of immense national significance. I want to use this opportunity to very specially thank Nnpc SNEPCO for that level of trust in a young organization like ours. And I've been teased this morning by Madame already on my coat, and that's the usual way we go about this. And it's in the same vein of gratitude, I want to especially thank the Nigerian Immigration Service. I have found, for the past year, I have found a sister in the controller here who accepted me with open arms from the day I started working here, and facilitated almost all of the stakeholder management. And particularly as well, it became very seamless working with the Nigerian Immigration Services and our landlord, Faan. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, the construction itself was 6.5 weeks, and like the video showed, we spent that time, we stripped down the facility and we remodeled it. Prior to the 6.5 weeks when we started this journey, we had a 3-pronged approach to this implementation. When Madame made the request, like she pointed out in her presentation, she wanted 7 counters or more. She had 7 counters, and if it was doubled for her, it would have been a very, very great response. Shell didn't double the counters. They didn't give her 7 counters. They actually took a holistic approach, did a site review of the facility with the view to understanding its optimal capacity to provide both the infrastructure for efficient delivery, the ambience, the environment, and very importantly, the strategic space we have here, an opportunity to tell the story of Nigerians and of Nigeria. So in terms of the first approach of the infrastructure, Shell provided, Nnpc's NEPCO provided 32 clearance points from the original 7. Along with that, all of the IT infrastructure, the structured office cabling, the usual equipment that go across with a facility like this, like the digital scanners for the passport readers, the fingerprint equipment. You can see placed around the room, placed in strategic positions. You can see the interactive smart boards as well, the digital screens there. On all of the desks you have there, you have high performance computers installed in all of them. Now, on the side, that's the infrastructure on the one hand. The second position, or the second approach that was taken, we have the first wall there being Lagos, with all of its iconic and energetic bus. The second wall there being Nigeria. You look behind, you see all of the patterns, the prints, the fabrics from different parts of Nigeria, the faces from different parts of Nigeria, and all of the things that make us great. And then over there, of course, this is an international facility. We have a wall for the entire world. So we've picked all of the key icons, the 7 wonders of the world, the key things that anyone who comes in, welcome to Lagos, welcome to Nigeria, this is home. So we've created that ambience. While talking about ambience,
now we've come to the high point of today's event, which is the official commissioning of this project. Please, can we have the ushers? We have all our dignitaries in the first 2 rows, so that we have limited space here. So please join Ms. Utang to cut the tape as we commission this wonderful project. Please, the minister, the representative of the governor, and all our leaders in the first 2 rows, please can we come join the Chief Upstream Investment Officer of NIMS from the Nnpc to cut the tape.
Much more than we can ever imagine. So it was just ordinary day that I came here about a year ago. It was a courtesy visit to Mrs. Adeshola, because she just moved in as the newly appointed controller for the airport, and as part of my work, I just came in around 11, and we spoke essentially about some of the things she's been trying to do, our vision for the immigration services, passion around Nigeria, and it was quite radiating. And it was because of that discussion that she said she had this dream of how we can transform, even if it's just a small part of the arrival hall, and just make it a good example so that people can see what we can do. And essentially what I did was to say, yeah, I think this is actually possible. And right there in the office, we are actually scribbling in terms of things that could be done here. If you have the right frame of mind, the right people who are going after it. And what you see today is essentially what that has translated to. I encourage you to say, don't hold yourself back. Write a letter by the time I get to the office. I know we're a little bit tight in terms of the money we can spend. It is already very late in the year. also, we even landed on that occasion to say, even if it doesn't work with Shell or the Shell partners, between myself and Mrs. Adeshola, we said this dream we have, there's a way we can still translate into reality. I even committed to her to say, beyond just the airport, if you need to bounce ideas with me, if you need to share thinking, everything that we can. And wonderfully, we've also remained good friends since then. Essentially, the journey started. There were months and months we were waiting for approval. She would call me, I would call her. At some point, when I'm passing through the airport, I try to dodge, but she has database, so she can always find out anytime I'm coming in. The last time that I was coming in, where I knew there was problem if we don't get this thing done and translate it to reality. So I showed up at the immigration counter here. I was flying in from London. Lo and behold, I saw Madam with like 7, 8 very senior immigration people who came to salute me. I said, yeah, I am in deep trouble. But thankfully so, we got the approval. I called that, I think this is coming through. And I must really, really acknowledge you a lot. You've been a huge partner, a great partner, making this a reality. When I left Madame's office that day, I came to you. I think it was a divine encounter as I was stepping. I explained to you, Lord, this is where I'm coming from. And I think I met a woman today with strong passion, and that between us we can make a lot of things happen. And essentially, you took it on yourself, took it on the management, you spoke to our senior colleagues in Nnpc, and we got the approval faster. This is also actually a good example for us as Nigerians in terms of how projects can be managed. I essentially hear road constructions, 10 years, 15 years, 10% provision in budget every year. That doesn't translate. This was something that was done in 6.5 weeks, even though the planning started in 2 months. This is what you see here. There are 2 things that I will say, and I'm speaking now as a Nigerian myself. Because everywhere I go to, it is clear to me that this is my country. This is my passion. I'm a very proud Nigerian. I know this is my country. So everywhere you see me go, the likelihood that I will be quarreling or fighting is almost 90%. Because I'm never satisfied with the status quo. 2 encounters last week. One was, I was traveling out. I was in the gangway of the new airport. And I've actually called my dear friend, the FAA, but he didn't pick his number. Because I said, I do not like the way these gangways are looking. This is not an infrastructure problem. This is a maintenance problem. Our gangways should not be gathering, but it needs to be cleaned up. And immediately I was able to get through to some people to say, let's clean this thing. It's not an infrastructure problem. The second encounter was on Monday again this week. I landed at the new terminal again. Of course, there were quite a few bags that were not your regular bags. And so they are supposed to be transported through another door, not on the usual places where we pick the...
An experience to translate what would have been a simple idea into something that becomes a legacy for all. And today we are witnessing 3 things that I want you to please note in your heart. The first is that we are witnessing history. I always like to say that history is not the things that happened in the past, it's the things that shaped the future. And for me, today is historic not only because we are doing something that is a landmark of development and progress in one airport, but I believe this is the beginning of the transformation of all the other airports and all the other wings across Nigeria until we have truly world-class airports all across this nation and until Nigeria becomes a truly world-class nation that stands shoulder to shoulder with any other nation across the world. So this is history, but it is also legacy. Legacy I define as the part of a human existence that outlasts every human being. It is the eternal element of our human existence, meaning that long after we have left, our legacy remains. And today we are seeing what it is, that the legacy that can be created by those who are committed to doing things that will continue to speak after them. Let us be clear. There is no one that was born in the office that you fill today that will also die in that office. By God's grace, the office that you represent today, you are not born there, and by the grace of God, you will not die in that office. Can I hear an amen? The question is, those who come after us, what will the evidence of our time be to show them? There have been many leaders that have filled many positions that have created the Nigeria that we have always been or known. But the Nigeria that we will show in the future is going to be tied to the commitments of people today who are going to take commitments today, take action today, to make sure that they build things that will last beyond our generation, so that our children can be proud and be grateful that a generation arose that built a great nation. Those are the thoughtful, committed citizens that I today call the nation builders. Nation builders have three characteristics. You can check your hearts to see whether you are one of them. The first thing that you'll find out about every nation builder is that they love their country. The second thing you will find out about nation builders is that they believe in the great potential of their nation, but they accept responsibility to birth that potential. And the third thing that you will find out about all nation builders all across the world is that they are committed to doing whatever they can to making sure that the nation of their dreams becomes the not just possibility, but the reality for them to live in and to hand over to our children. I don't mind if you would please help me ask the person next to you, are you a nation builder? Just before they can say yes or no, please confirm from them, do you love Nigeria? Do you believe in the great potential of Nigeria? And are you willing to do all that you can to birth the Nigeria of our dreams? Now, I know you've asked them a question, what was their answer? So can I see the hands of all the nation builders here? And if I can get you to just take the other hand and put it together. Justice, as a private citizen, a committed nation builder, we started to see how can we work with other committed nation builders in government, such as Mrs. Adeshoko, to see how we can pull together a team of people that will see how we can deliver one incredible impression across all the agencies that will serve in the airport. And that was the birth of something that we saw that is called the One Impression Project. Can I have all the members of that project team please stand? All the members of the One Impression Project team. All the members, project champions, if you are here.
And share for this wonderful occasion. I remember when I went to the shared office and I was asking staff, when was that building built? And they told me it was 1909 or thereabouts. And I asked, sorry, am I correct? 1909? It's okay. And I said, so what is the secret for the maintenance of that place? Of course they gave me, which I'm still bringing here. I want to thank you very much, sir and ma'am, for what you have done today. You have created history. You have made history. I can't thank you enough. I want to make a very passionate appeal on behalf of the airport and of course all the airlines. I'm still coming, don't worry. And all the airlines to the federal government that starting from today, they should allow us to begin to use the A wing of the airport. we cannot have this beautiful edifice because this place has actually been closed down for renovation. Now, Nnpc has done this for us. There is no need, after this, we don't begin to use it. For me, it will be a wasted beginning, like I just said. MD sir, we beg you, on behalf of Nnpc and Shell that have invested so much, on behalf of the sleepless nights that I've had concerning this place where it was going on behalf of all the airlines, and you know very well, sir, that this is the season. So many airlines are coming with bigger aircrafts. A lot of people are coming home. So many people have not been to Nigeria in the last 30 years. This year definitely will be the first time they are coming after a very long time. Let them come and use this place, not the D-Wing. Let them have an experience and a feel of what Nigeria can offer them. If they use here, we'll be creating an impression into them that they want to come back home. Some of them are coming not with their children. But when they go back and they tell their children about the experience they have, we might be able to bring these people back home. Please, sir, help us tell the Honorable Minister that we want to begin to use this place and that we are ready.
Concluding the promotion exercise of our paramilitary officers, what I said, since this project was executed by the private sector, it's important for government to show a sign of appreciation. And this is to send a message that Nigeria has never been more prepared than now. We are at a now or never moment in the history of this country. It's either we get it right now or we forget about it. And history is waiting to be written. And I'm happy that SNEPCO, Nnpc and the partners have decided to be on the right side of history. For us, renewed hope. Renewed hope means reignited hope, means refreshment of hope, and of course, a departure from the past. You can't renew what is bad and expect a good result. We decided that never again will any public officer ever treat government business as nobody's business. Government's business is everybody's business. It's never no one's business. Government business must be treated with the same spirit with which we treat our personal businesses. Nobody invests to make a loss. We put in our best when it comes to our personal businesses. But when it comes to government, we just believe anything goes. That era is gone, and not just gone. By the grace of God, inshallah, it's gone forever. I want to congratulate the CG. This is the first time I'll be calling you CG. Before now, I used to call you acting CG. Now, you are CG confirmed. I'm happy because when you look at Nigerian Immigration Service, you will see that in the top echelon, sometimes I get intimidated. Because we have so many women. Yes! The CG is a woman, the DCG passport is a woman, the DCG migration is a woman, the DCG visa and residency, woman, so when people see great things coming from Nigerian Immigration Service, maybe we need to try to make that more. Maybe we need to do something. So let me congratulate you, madam, for the great job that you are doing. And let me say this. When I was appointed, we met an immigration service with backlog of over 204,332 passports. And I called the CG, and of course, I have to say this, it would have been impossible without DCG Hassan. I want to thank you. She's one of our amazing, one of our best. Unfortunately, she'll be retiring in December, but she's one of our best. I want to thank God because God saved the best for the last for you. Today, I cannot talk about the success so far without talking about you. And take this from the bottom of my heart. I don't need to repeat it. You know I love you. We met a backlog of 204,332. I called both of them, the acting CG then and the DCG passport. And I said, it's unacceptable for Nigerians to see passport as a privilege. It's a right. And never again in the history of this country will any Nigerian's right be seen as a privilege. I asked them, how long will it take us? They said, okay, give us 1 month. I said, no. In 2 weeks, you don't clear this thing, just submit your resignation letter, you're out. And sincerely, 204,332 backlogs were cleared immediately. And to interest you, they did this without us as a government putting in a dime extra. We didn't buy anything, we didn't put a cover, they cleared it, and within the 2 weeks, we had another backlog of over 50,000. And at the end of the day, within 5 days, they cleared the 50,000. And I told them, never again must there be backlog in Nigeria. And I can tell you, as of today, by the grace of God, we don't have backlog. And with the reforms that we are bringing on board, we are bringing a reform that will make Nigerians, that is the ultimate target. You should be, from your date of biometric enrollment, you should not wait for more than 96 hours before you get your passport. That is the dream. It is doable. Because the first step was to automate the whole process. I don't understand. I say this. This is 2023. This is not 1993. Why must you need to change your name? A woman gets married. She wants to get a passport because her surname has changed. And she needs to leave Kara Namoda, she needs to leave Port Harcourt, or to immigration headquarters in Abuja. The risk of road, the economy, the discomfort, the inconvenience, all these things we have said going forward. All you need to do, you make your application, you upload all your supporting documents. We'll have an investigative unit that investigates the genuinity of these documents. And once it is confirmed, once it is approved, we send you a mail, go to your nearest immigration office and pick your passport. Why must Nigerians travel kilometers just for the sake of passport? So we have also made sure that by December, before the end of this December, the only reason to go to an immigration office for passport application will be only for your fingerprint, not for your picture, not for you to carry any supporting document. Upload all these things online. This is the era of technology. So we are transforming the whole process in line with the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President. But above all, by February this year, Diola mentioned it. Already, I think the first consignment will arrive Nigeria on Tuesday, the e-gates for our international entrance. The first consignment will be for Abuja, then others will come to Lagos and Port Harcourt, Enugu, and Kano. And I have to appreciate my brother, my close friend, my associate, Festus Kayano, SAN. He's been very, very helpful. He has given us the reason to know that we are all part of a government. It's about us collaborating. He has given us all the support that he can possibly give us. By February, once you are in Nigeria and you're coming into your country, you have no business with an immigration officer. unless you are a person of interest. There are security concerns. So what we are doing is to have what we call the Advanced Passenger Information System. And once we have that, we have your record before you come. Immigration can do what we call pre-profiling, as is done abroad. And once you come to Nigeria, as a Nigerian, just tap your passport, look into the camera. Once you are good, you clear and you go. You don't need an immigration officer to affect your life. So we are doing all these things. We go to Heathrow, we go to other airports, we go to Dubai, and we see the way Emiratis enjoy the convenience of being Emirati in Dubai. We see how Americans enjoy the privilege of being Americans in JFK. We see how the British enjoy that privilege when they get to Heathrow. Why can't Nigerians enjoy that privilege in Nigeria? So by February, by the grace of God, we give our dates, because for every plan we have, one thing is we give you dates. Why? Because we want to be under pressure. Being under pressure is why we are here. If we cannot stand pressure, then I have no business being the Minister of Interior. So we give the timeline so that you will be able to hold us responsible based on timelines and service delivery. So by the grace of God, by February, e-gates in all our airports will be live and direct in Nigeria. And also, let me say this, of all these things, the most important thing for me when it comes to immigration service is our border control. Let's say this. I say issue of travels, passport, visas, etc. To me, it should be less than 20% of what immigration should be about. Immigration's responsibility merely is border control. The porosity of our border, and of course, that has to be looked into. Securing my 4,032 kilometers of border stretch is a key responsibility. Manning my 1,800 border posts is entry points rather. It is a priority for the president and for this administration. Ensuring that the 21 states that border other countries are well secured and they become integral rather than contagious is a major priority for this administration. We want, because Nigeria is unique in essence that we border 4 countries by land terrestrially. We border Chad, we border Cameroon, we border Benin, and of course Niger. And 2 of these countries are ECOWAS countries, 2 are non-ECOWAS. So it means that for those who they border us and they are not of ECOWAS, they do not enjoy the privilege of ECOWAS. So by virtue of that, ability to secure our border will only lead to a secure nation. The dream of having a safe nation where Nigerians can sleep with their 2 eyes closed will continue to be a mirage if we do not secure our border. And of course, by virtue of the NIS Act 2015, the lead agency for border control and border management is the Nigerian Immigration Service. So I charge you and I challenge you, Immigration Service, there's time to wake up, the time to be alive to the responsibility of securing our borders, the time to collaborate with Nigerian Customs Service to ensure that both materials and goods and human beings that do enter this country are people that should be in Nigeria is now. Because the safety of our military officers, the safety of our armed forces, the safety of our police officers, NSCDC officers, and all Nigerians in particular lies on how well we protect our borders. Please, that is the priority. That is the big job. And that is the big job that we are not scared of. And that is the real job that we must do. That is the real job that we must make sure we implement in order to bring the good hope into perfect reality. Finally, let me say this before I go. For me, my dream for the Nigerian Immigration Service is to build an immigration service with the help of God under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with officers that will understand these basic principles. The principle of being humble without being cowards. And of course, the principle of confidence. And of course, service without compromise. This is my dream. I need an immigration service that will be humble enough to understand that there's only a Nigerian immigration service because there is a Nigeria. And there's only a Nigeria because we have Nigerians. So the reason why you are in uniform is because you have Nigerians to protect. Be humble in the way you treat Nigerians. No, they pay you. You get your salary from taxpayers' money. And hence,
thank you. Let's put our hands together for